Hi, Wally Graham here from the Resources Roadhouse. It's day 2 of Brisbane Resources Round-Up for 2018. As you can see, we're here pretty early. We want to get in here in time to see everybody, to get the nitty-gritty, to find out who's here, who's not here today. But we've already got a big day booked out, so we're going to bring you all the news right now.
Well, we're in the process now of upgrading the resource estimate for the top half of the 2 Mile Hill Tonalite Deeps deposit. Which should bring that into at least inferred category, if not some into the indicated, because currently that's a 2012 exploration target. And given that we got those encouraging results within the basalts, we'll probably also revisit the open pit resource estimate and re-optimise the open pit on the basis of that, because we think that that has the potential to drop the pit base another 20 to 40 metres and add considerably to the open pit inventory.
It's been interesting lately, Wally. We've completed a couple of programs of test work, and out of the second program we were able to get quite a number of samples which we've been able to distribute. We've had a few inquiries out of Asia for sand, and now we've been able to follow that up and send samples out there.
No, WEEDNANNA is still very much, we've still got our eyes on the ball there, and that will provide the earliest cash flow of all the projects on the tenement area. So we're advancing the scoping study on that. The metallurgical work and the process design is being finalised now for a processing plant, and we'll announce that when the final reports for those are at hand.
We are in production. It's a big milestone for us. Caesium is one of the alkali metals. You need to look a long way down the left-hand side of the periodic table, so under lithium and potassium and sodium. So caesium is used as an element that makes heavy fluids. It's only a small resource and the world doesn't use a lot of it, but any you can find is snapped up instantly, so that's been our situation.
There was 152,000 ounces mined from these leases pre-World War I. It's been abandoned for most of the 20th century. There's been some disjointed ownership and a little bit of exploration in the latter part of the 20th century. Certainly one thing we're finding now is technology's changed a lot, and we're coming in and doing modern systematic exploration over this historically significant ground. And
Dalgaranga's been going really well. We commissioned first gold pour in May of this year, and we're now ramping that production up to commercial production rates this quarter. So the December quarter is the target and the aim, and we're really now just building on the production base, getting the 3 pits developed, and now starting to see higher grade ore being developed and presenting to the ROM pad and to the process plant, and starting to see now grades coming up, the metallurgical recovery improving, and really just ramping up towards commercial production. So it's a very, very busy time, but there's a lot of things to do, and a really exciting time for us. And I think it's quite a unique position to be in, to take something from exploration to development, and then obviously into production.
Yeah, look, we've got a 1.8 million tonne plant. We're doing 1.65 million tonnes through it. The real focus is how do we extend the mine life of those operations beyond the 5 years. Tritton extends at depth, Murrumbidgee, and it's really trying to see how do we move that forward. As I said earlier, we raised $35 million, finished last week. Part of that money will go towards expediting some of the exploration. So we're drilling at Kurrajong currently, finding some really good results, specifically at a deeper part of the target of 20 metres plus 2.5% copper. And then we're also targeting greenfields exploration to the northern part of the tenement package, which is specifically focused on trying to find 10 million tonne plus ore bodies at plus 2%.
We have the Hayes Creek project, which is zinc, gold and silver, about 180 k's from Darwin. We just completed a pre-feasibility study on that last year and working our way through the minefield that is the environmental approval side of things at the moment. But in parallel with that, and I think what's really exciting for us is that we've started the drill bit going, targeting gold mineralisation in that area, and we've had a 2 from 2 success rate this year, identified some new high-grade gold mineralisation near surface. We've got a drill program starting in a couple of weeks' time, following up on some of those initial excellent results.
Well, that is, as they say in the business, a wrap for the Brisbane Resources Roundup for 2018. What's next on the calendar for vertical events, Jackson?
Gee, time flies, doesn't it? Well,
when you're having fun?
Exactly. In a couple of weeks, we're off to Sydney and Melbourne for our technology roadshow, which is called the Techno Invest Roadshow. And then a couple of weeks later, on the 13th and 14th of November, we're back in Perth for our Technology and Low Emissions Conference, which is looking like a cracking program. A lot of lithium, cobalt and uranium companies all participating at that show.
Terrific. And if we want to find out about them, what's the web address? Where can we visit?
Well, we could probably go through the Resources Roadhouse website and then find the vertical events logo, click on that, and that'll take you to our homepage.
Seems obvious enough to me. Why didn't I think of that? Jackson, thanks very much. It's been a great couple of days.
Thank you, Wally.